Okay, great. There we go. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you guys are well. Hopefully, wherever you are, you're starting to enjoy this nice summer weather we're having across Canada and parts of the US. Anyways, I am excited about tonight. This is just always so fun when I get to see you guys growing on your social media, and I'm going to definitely do some shout outs here in a sec. But a couple things, I just want to do some housekeeping. As you guys know, it is the Come Join Us. So it's free partners. And I just wanted to give you guys an update. First off, I want you guys to guess how many new partners do you think our team has brought on in the last 23 days? I want you guys to give me a number. What do you think? Put in the chat button. So Jen's like 112. Anyone else? Do some guesses. How many? We usually hover between like 30 and 50 for the month. My Kim, 75. Anybody else? 83. 89. Awesome. So Kim, you are the closest. We are at 74 for the month. 74. So it's so fun to see. I'm going to do some shout outs. Kelly Morgan has 7 new partners she signed up. And I have signed up 5. So I'm going to say I'm in second place for 5 new partners this month, which is really exciting. And then Randy at 4, Gen Z, you're at 4. Congratulations. Patrick at 3, Stacy Marlowe at 3, and Sylvia at 3. So those are your leaders so far in new sign ups. So well done, everyone. And you said me and hubby. Is that together? You're at 4, or do you even have more?
We have 6.
Oh, you have 6. Okay. So Jen's actually in second place. So geez, I thought I was in second. Okay, you got some competition, Nicole. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So again, just congratulations. It's always just so fun to see. Is there any new team members on here that you guys want to shout out to that have never been on the call before that you just want to do a welcome?
I don't think she's on, but I do want to give a shout out to her and her upline. Jill signed up with us and in 23 days has express track to QSC, which has promoted Miss Stacy Gilbert to sales coordinator, which is really exciting. That went through today, and yeah, I'm just putting it out there, guys. Watch out for Miss Stacy. She is on fire, her and her team.
That's awesome. Congratulations. So good. I think I saw Hilla. There's Hilla. I think Hilla, this is your first time. Hilla is one of my new partners from Vancouver. So welcome to the tribe. So her time zone is the same zone as Jen. So you guys will have to hook up because Jen does a lot of kind of BC calls that aren't so early. Us people in Ontario are in bed at 10 and you guys are just starting your parties. So we have other leaders to help us. Which is great. And any other shout outs to our new people or any promotions before we move on? Nope. Okay, great. I did want to shout out to Mai. Thank you so much yesterday for hosting your first kombucha. I can't even say it. Kombucha workshop. There was 13 of us on, and I am happy to report that I'm learning about the mothership and the baby. It looks like a brain that's growing in my cupboard in a jar. My kids are like grossed out. They're like, put that away. But I'm so excited to learn how to make it. There was a recording. Nikki, I believe, will probably have it done in the next couple days. All of the recordings go to her. She converts them over, and as soon as she's done, she drops them into our Team B. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it will be on its way. Once the recording, we'll also put it in Design Your Sweet Life because there was a lot of people asking. And Mai has also confirmed that next month she'll do one for us in the evening time because I know there was a lot of people that work during the day. Her workshop is going to be on Tuesday the 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So and you'll be able to watch the first one to prepare and get ready so that you'll be able to make the kombucha like Melissa and I were all ready to go because Mai was coaching us behind the scenes of what to do. So that's awesome. Well done. And then Here in Canada, there is a shortage on the Vineyard Chews, just so you guys know, just got notice today. So your customers are going to be getting a letter from our company in their order. And so if you're a customer that has a regular order of Vineyard Chews going out, we are going to be shorting them. So they'll be able to get half of their order, and we're keeping half of the order so that we can at least get some Vineyard Chews out to your customers. And then when the full order comes in, we will end up shipping them. We won't be charging them, obviously, and they will get their, the rest of the batch for the vineyards. And you guys know that our lights are in stock. That happened last week for our tower garden. So I just wanted to bring that attention. So I think that's
Nicole,
all.
can I just
yeah.
mention too, because I thought it was really great. I plunked it in the leader chat, but if you have had a partner inactive for over a year, they are honoring the come join us Blitz fee being waived. So they can re-sign up and have the $52 waived to re-sign up, but they've had to been inactive for over a year.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Sarah. Really appreciate that. Brandy, do you want to do a shout out to John?
Yes, I just wanted to welcome John to the team. John Lester is a former customer, now partner, and we're gonna fly.
Awesome. Love more men coming onto our team. That's awesome. A nice balance. And Brandon's like, yeah. I could see him up in the corner cheering. That's awesome. Good stuff. Are the lights in for the US too? Yes, they are. Yeah, you betcha. Okay, so what I wanted to do is maybe Melissa, behind the scenes, you can actually get your Facebook ready, because what I want Melissa to do is we're going to shout out to 3 people, maybe 4 people that have completed their billboards. So Melissa, if you want to open up your Facebook and bring up Sarah Naylor and Brandon and Terry Fox. I think those are the 3. And if you've done your billboard, can you just put your name in the chat? And I want to just get Melissa to kind of, and I'm going to get you to share screen. Share screen. And so Melissa is going to showcase some of our people, some of our partners that have been brave enough to start the process. And remember, you guys, we're not looking for perfection. This is something that takes time. I know Melissa, and maybe Melissa, you can even show everybody what you have created today. It looks like you uploaded your our billboard, I don't know, 22 times. I'm getting notifications. I'm like, that was me, because you have to kind of, if you're in Canva and you're using the Facebook billboard, what happens when you load it up into Facebook, that profile picture ends up cutting off a good chunk of your billboard. And unfortunately, they don't have like a template to work around that photo. So what happens is when you upload it, you're either cutting off half of your words or half of your statement or maybe your picture. And so it's almost like this tweaking that happens. So I think I uploaded mine at one time like 15 times, and I saw Melissa today uploading hers, and I know that she was probably playing the dance of like, oh crap, I gotta move it over just a little bit. Oh, I gotta move it over just, down a little bit. So bless your heart. I know that feeling and painful experience of making it fit. So you're ready to share screen. Do you have an example of one of our rock stars? Oh,
yeah. I also want to say, when you are doing that, you're uploading and it doesn't fit, make sure you go into your feed and you can hide it from your profile, because as soon as you do a new picture, whatever, it shows it for the world. So as soon as I would upload, I would go and hide it from the profile, because literally I probably would have had about 30 today without editing it. And my Leslie here is saying, she said she had a friend asked if she got hacked because of all the editing. So as soon as you do it, go to the feed and you can click on that post and just say hide from timeline, I think is what it says.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Maybe I can. I've got Brandy's up here.
Okay.
Whoops. So this: ignite women in self-love, empower financial independence, inspire healthful community. Vision creator, biz coach, wellness coach, the collective hub.
Okay.
And her picture stands out.
Yep, and a pop. Perfect.
See if I can.
Good, good, good.
Good. Can you guys see this? Did it switch?
Yep. Yeah.
So this is Leslie's. Oh, you can see how I'm going to sneeze. Her name gets chopped off. So,
Yeah.
oh, anyway, so that just needs some editing. But she's got her tagline, exactly what she does, inspiring women in their 50s and beyond to get over themselves and laugh their way through this thing called aging. We had so much fun coming up, and this is exactly her. You guys don't know her that well yet because we haven't been to conference, but her sense of humor and how she makes fun of aging is so exactly her. And she really struggled with she didn't want it to be all a joke, like she's this comedian, because she goes, some days I'm not funny. I'm like, see, you are funny. But also she didn't want to be something she wasn't, like she's not a nutritionist, so she didn't want to come off. So we just choose words. She picked words that really helped. So encouraging, helping, tips too. So not coming off as a professional in anything, just kind of my story, and I'm kind of sharing it. So that, and then she's got her photo down here that pops.
I
I love that, Leslie. That's amazing.
So good.
Yeah,
So
so
good.
good.
Thank you. It took me, like I said, I had a friend think I got hacked because I kept editing and they wanted to know if I.
Oh yeah, look, Leslie updated her cover photo. She updated her cover photo. Here's a good example. And her photo. Thanks, Les, for not doing this.
Well, I had started doing it and I hit save, not thinking, and it posted it. And I went, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. So I had to get rid of that and throw something in the meantime.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, and then these posts right down here in the corner over here, I probably can't do it, but as Leslie, who owns this site, it'll say remove from timeline. So you can go and do that.
It does, but it still shows up on everybody else's news feed.
It should
So-
remove that, no?
Your timeline is your timeline, but I found, because I did say hide, hide, hide. And then afterwards, a friend of mine, Diana, said, what are you doing? Because I got like 12 notifications and she was the one who asked if I got hacked. So it does say this could still show up in other areas, and that's your general news feed.
Oh, well. Before you save it, you can, upload the new photo and you can see what it looks like before you even save it. And if not, go back and edit the photo a bit and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that one. And then I've got mine here. So I played around with mine all day. So it fits. And what you need to look at is how does it fit on your phone and how does it fit on the computer? It's two different things, because it looked good on my phone, but it was chopped off my name on my phone and stuff like that. So
Very good. Well, congratulations. And I know, can you pull up Brandon's as well? I want to show a guy one because it's nice to see our men doing this as well. I don't know if you're friends on,
having a
Facebook.
moment, my internet here.
okay. I love
Oh, I
Brandon's.
could mute
and-
myself. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, of course, her internet's not working. Okay. Maybe you can pull it up. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's see his. What
Out
is
in the country,
internet?
internet's a little slow.
Like the anticipation. Come on, we want to see it. You're teasing us.
Well, it looks really good, Brandon. I'd suggest some more words and color. It does appeal
Oh
to
my
everyone
gosh.
or no one.
It's
Sorry,
a
guys.
great snowstorm.
Jeez. Well, keep talking, Nicole, and I will try something here.
Okay. I have to actually share a screen because we're now going to go into.
Here it
there
is.
it is. Okay, there it is. So he's working on it. This is his first shot, Healthy Living Guide, Entrepreneur, Empowering Dads to Take Back Their Health and Become the Best Version. And then you can see his cuts off maybe a little bit. But anyways, he started it. He's got his first cut, which is incredible. And that's what we're asking. We're not looking for perfection, but he's got, he's niching down. He's figuring out that niche. So again, congratulations. And this is what we've been teaching you guys for the last month is, know what you stand for. Know what you stand for, and it will. And you can work with Melissa, you can work with myself if you need some help. So reach out, book in a session with us. I would say that if you haven't watched the social media training, go back and watch the social media training video that we did last month. It was a workshop for 2 hours. And for the last 4 weeks, we've been teaching you some basics. So tonight we want to pull up a document that we're going to take you through some basics to think about. Because once you guys nail down your niche of your audience of who you're going to talk to, it gets so much easier to then find the content to chat about. But if you guys right now have confusion, so first off in the chat button, I'm just curious, out of everybody on the call tonight, who sometimes gets confused about what to post? Like there's confusion. So give me a yes. Just give me a yes in the chat, or even a thumbs up in the little reaction button. You can give a reaction button if you're confused. Yes, definitely. Yes. Okay. So, and the reason why there is confusion is because you don't have like that mission or that vision or that like, this is exactly what I want to talk about. And so that's what we've been trying to help you get to. And I'm still, just so you guys, I'm still not there 100%. I am on my gorgeous gray. I know exactly what to post there. I'm okay on, but on my Facebook, because I have so many hats, I'm still confused. So I just want to give you guys hope that, you know, we don't have everything figured out, but we're helping you guys get to that place where there's less confusion. So let me just share my screen, and I'm going to just open up a document here. Just a sec here. I just had it open a second ago. There's the workbook. Okay. There it is. Okay. So what I want to take you through, and again, this is the training that we got from the GoPro social media training. And I just am going to go through, they've done a really great job giving us the download, and we're passing it along to you. So it's how to grow your network of friends and followers and fans. So I'm going to just go through some basic, and then we're going to give you a short exercise. So success keys for building your base as you grow your brand. So the one, and I think you guys get this, is that it's consistency. You do need to post daily because this is now part of your life. So when we talk about your daily method of operation and how to build a successful business online, you guys have to start getting comfortable and committed to posting daily and on brand. That's really, really important. And there's some people on here that are doing a really good job. Sarah Naylor, you've really stepped up to the plate in regards to your consistency and your brand. Do you feel it? Do you see it? Like, I'm like, wow, like when I see you post, you're so on brand. So if you guys don't know who Sarah, are you Sarah? Oh, you're Sarah Beth, right? S-A-R-A Beth, Sarah Beth. So for those of you that want to start to follow Sarah Beth, you can see what I'm talking about. Another person that posts pretty consistently and on brand is Kelly Morgan. You can follow her on Veggie Mom Cooks on Instagram. She's posting consistently and on brand. Melissa Hyde, is there anyone else that stands out to you that you feel is kind of like on brand and consistent?
Oh,
that
I'm
you wanna
sure
do?
there is. Becky with Towers.
Brandy also, Brandy Wilson. Oh my, she's always been consistent
Okay,
and on
Brandy
brand.
Wilson. Okay, great. Yep, yep. So really, really important to start to
Marissa.
find some
My.
Marissa. Yep.
My.
Okay.
Yeah.
So follow some of these people that we're giving
Yeah.
you names so that you can see what we're talking about. So consistency. Second one is patience. This is a big one. It is so not going to happen right away. Okay. It's not going to happen right away. You got to build a base and you got to attract some people. So I'm in the GoPro Accelerator Facebook page, and there's one fellow, David, oh, what's his last name? Anyways, when he started on TikTok back in January, he had 0 followers because he hadn't been on TikTok. And so he's just been following this, which is showing up consistently and doing TikToks. And today he posted that he has 25,000 followers on TikTok because he did it consistently. And he said what he just got his first viral TikTok that hit like 106,000 and his like likes went up by 5,000 on one video. But he says it's been him posting consistently for 6 months to get there. So that's what we mean about like being patient. It's not going to happen overnight. Adaptability, you need to make sure that you are adaptable because the landscape is going to change all the time, and the different like rules and algorithms and the reels are new for a lot of us, and who knows, like in another 6 months or a year there might be another thing. So it's learning to like reroute.
Nicole, I know this is not really on topic, but it is kind of.
Okay.
So for those of you who didn't know me or don't follow me, I had over 12,000 followers on my Instagram. We are working so hard, and Nicole and Melissa are bringing us this, information to us. Please do yourself a favor. Have multiple passwords for things. Don't have the same password for both accounts. If you guys can sign up for an IP address changer, like hackers are so on the move right now, especially with Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. You do not want to have what happened to me twice, where I no longer have those accounts. So please, please, please do not have the same password, because when we're doing all of this and you're building your brand and you're building your followers, you do not want to have to start all over again. So I just wanted to put that out there.
And so tell people like how that happened to you.
Facebook had a leak. You didn't hear about it, obviously. And both my Instagram and my Facebook and our team's Instagram page was hacked, and I couldn't get it back. I'm still trying to get it back. So I had to create a whole new Facebook profile. That's why I'm Sarah Beth. I had to start from scratch on Instagram, and yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow. I'm taking it as the universe is gifting me with a restart somehow. I'm gonna get some amazing customers and team from this. But yeah, it was really deflating, right? We're working so hard at building. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you're on top of your security.
Okay, thank you, Sarah, for that. That's awesome. It says here, stay within the platform guidelines. And that's just, again, making sure, there's different stuff that you should be posting and not posting, even just like with the Juice Plus of what to be posting in that. And we do have the social media guidelines of the 8, and you do want to make sure that you go through that. So if you go into the Freedom Revolution and read the video on the 8 things to know about social media, that would be a great place to start. Big one is authenticity. That's a big one. The more raw that you can be, the more vulnerable that you can be, you will see your growth, because that's what people are looking for. That's why people do so well on TikTok, because TikTok is all about people just being real and raw and silly. Being transparent, big one, right? Connecting to that raw stuff and keeping it positive. You want to attract people and not drive them away. And down the road, depending if you're brand new or you're starting to think about like the brand that you might create online, is you want to think about, the end goal is to be a global thought leader, a person recognized in your brand, a voice for those with similar passions. Okay, that should be your goal. That is how you're going to build. That's how people are going to trust you. That's how people are going to start to reach out to you to say, what do you do? Or I want to work with you. Okay, really, really important. And then in regards to just, expanding your base, strategy 1 is you want to seek out other thought leaders in your brand. So if your brand, Leslie, for example, is women over 50, that are working with, just embracing aging, you want to find other, I'm going to say, thought leaders in your brand, and start to friend them, start to follow them, and find their hashtags, right? Find really good hashtags that are going to match your brand. And something to think about, and you'll see the ideas, is you could start interviewing them down the road, right? Even on your Facebook page, is you could start to ask if they would be open to, having an interview. I know it sounds really, really scary, but this is the type of stuff that you can like expand and grow, is interviewing other people that are in the same area of expertise, whether it's aging, And then you want to find content on other pages and in different platforms. So we don't want you have to come up to content all the time. The training that we got is that you can rebrand content up to about 80%. So that only 20% is kind of like your own fresh content, but that 80% is rebranded. And I know Marissa does a really good job doing a lot of rebranding, especially because her focus is on gut health. So she's just found other people, other experts to educate, and she's educating her base with other people's content. And then you want to find like-minded friends by searching your brand. And then you want to make sure that you're bringing value to your community, other thought leaders, other pages, right? So just always thinking about that value. So there is an exercise. I don't know, it's already 8:57, Melissa. I have no idea where this time goes, but this is the exercise that you can work with. And last two team calls, we asked you to find a partner within the team to start working together and helping you guys build your brand together. And hopefully you guys have. If you haven't, you want to reach out to me or one of your leaders, and we'll help you find a partner, get you with the partner. But here is your exercise. This is like your homework. Are you ready? Take a picture. If you want, I'm going to just roll it up. This is your homework. So now that you're aware of the ways you can build and expand your base of friends, your followers and your fans, you want to take a few minutes and write down which strategies you will be using moving forward to growing your network. Remember, here are some of the vehicles to use when building your base. So you can write posts, you can have photos, you can have infographics, you can do video, audio, interviews, articles, rants, humor, question, surveys. And this would be like in your Facebook or your Facebook stories or your Insta feed or your Insta stories, or even if you're doing TikTok. Okay, so take a picture. This is going to be your homework. And I challenge you guys this week to do something that you've never done before. So if you've never done an interview, do an interview. If you've never done a live, go do a live. If humor, it sounds like, Leslie, I think you could start getting really good at TikToks with your humor. I want to follow you. I could imagine. I even told Brandon his humor when he was in the bathtub with a face mask on, and he's like the most manly man you could ever see. And for him to do some humorous like videos and TikToks about doing feminine stuff in that really male body, I think would like makes so many people laugh. That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Melissa, do you have any things that you want to add before we wrap up?
Well, it'll probably lead into 9 o'clock. I can just start talking about that because then people can stay on if you want, or you can leave. But what we were going to talk about is helping people figure out what their brand is. I know I've been coaching a lot of people and they're like, I don't know my brand. I don't know, what to post, and I'm so stuck. And I believe it really comes down to your legacy. Like if today was your last day, what do you want to be leaving behind? What do you want to be known for? And that is a big whopping question for sure. And it requires time to think about it. Otherwise, it's just day in, day out, the same thing. And then you're not really inspired because you don't know what you're working towards. Once you figure out what it is that you want to do, you can then go backwards and start to figure out branding. And when I say branding, it's what niche, what group of people do you want to help? And what is it you want to help them with? That's why the more specific you can be, the more your message is going to be heard. I tuned into this other amazing social media training last week, and it just said, imagine a pond of yellow ducks. And it's an example is everybody's talking about helping you raise your energy, because that seems to be quite a theme, right? And all these ducks are talking about raising theme. Who are you going to listen to? Like, it's just noise. It's all the same. You want to be this orange duck that says, I am going to help people. Oh, I can't even think of an example. Do something really specific.
Poop more. I'm going to help people poop more.
But even that's, yeah, people, I want to help people that are constipated.
Right.
however, I can't think of the wording right now. It's late. I'm better in the mornings. But basically, I want to help people get unconstipated so that they have more energy. So that is a very specific niche. So the people that are constipated are going to come across that, and that message is going to be heard because people are only listening to, paying attention to people that they believe have a solution to their problem. So if I'm seeing all these yellow ducks and they're talking about energy, but all I can think of is, man, what am I going to do about this constipation? I'm not listening to any of that. I'm looking for the orange duck over here that's talking about, I'm going to help you with your constipation, and then you'll have more energy as a result. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. She understands me. So I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but you can figure out, okay, so that's the market that I want to help. And that is, it's really like your Juice Plus business is your, so that you can achieve this legacy, whatever that might be, leaving it there. It's not just building your Juice Plus business. It's what is that going to do for you when you build it? It's going to allow you to do what? And that's what you need to figure out, is that legacy. And even if that's really big, which I understand it can be overwhelming, you need to make time as often as possible to just daydream for a while. Like, if this was it, what do I want to leave behind for people to remember me by? Yes, of course, be a nice person and helping others and all that, but specifically getting really specific, like what lights you up. And it doesn't have to be massive, like I want to change the world, right? I want to find a cure for cancer or anything like that. It could be something as small as doing something in your community. You start a fundraiser for XYZ, and that just goes on and on. Or even something within your own family. You create something, like whatever it is, what you want to be remembered by. And once you figure those things out, it just gets easier to go backwards. And even before you figure out your legacy, if that's really hard, is to think about, honestly, sometimes it's in your darkest moments of your life. What do you wish you had? So someone in a narcissistic relationship, I want to help women that are in these narcissistic relationships to feel there's always a community. I don't know if that's a really good one. It's not super specific, but just what's your darkest moment and what did you wish you have? What would the solution have been? And then maybe that's the niche, if it inspires you to help those people, to throw them the lifeline that you wished you had had, and be really, is it women? Is it men? What age are they? And then you think about all of their pains and what do you have to offer that you can help them? And that can now become your niche. And then once you know what that is, it is so easy to come up with content. Like, let's go back to my sisters there with humor. All the fun, for those of you that are young, you won't get this at all. And that's why her target market is older, but she can make such fun of muffin tops and wrinkling here and hair disappearing here, but growing here, and all these funny things. Like, the content just comes naturally. And then you find people that are also in that age group that are also making fun of that, and they become like they're your thought leader. So then you're copying and reposting their stuff. You're doing duets on TikTok with whatever they're talking about. It just becomes so easy when you're so clear on who are you talking to every single day. And
Awesome. Okay, I just want to say, so for you guys, you have the option to stay on for the next 20-25 minutes. So Melissa's going to transition into diving in a little bit more. This is actually bonus training. We usually just have QSCs or more, but if you want to stay on and feel that you could benefit by diving in a little bit more, if you have to go, because I know we usually say 9 o'clock, we wrap up for team call. Thank you. Again, we continue to update all of our events on our teambethechange.com. So just make sure you go there to look at your events for next week. So that's all I had to say. For those that have to go, I'm going to say goodbye. And for those that can stay on, Melissa is going to continue this amazing training to help you niche down, because she does such a great job pulling this out of people, as you can see how she did with her sister, Leslie. So thank you. And I'm going to stay on because this is so good. And I'm going to keep the recording going.
And it really helps to work with someone. So because it starts out as a conversation. And that's how, like when I meet with someone, I mean, it's definitely a bit easier if I know the person, but if I don't know you, it's just asking questions and finding out what is it that lights you up and why does that light you up? And then why does that light you up? Like, why are these things important? And we keep going back further and further and deeper until you get emotional. And people always say, oh, Melissa always makes me cry. I'm like, that's never my goal. But that means you've gotten emotional about it. That you feel that. That's really, really important to you. So right now, I would recommend all of you guys just to write down, what do you think your niche is right now? Just write it out. Again, shitty first draft, doesn't have to be specific. Just write it out. And then after that, write out. So I'll just use Brandon's because he posted it here. Why is helping men on the brink of mental breakdown to bounce back through nutrition important to you? So just add, why is blah, blah, whatever you just wrote down important to you? Or Terry, why is helping women above 40 who are going through perimenopause important to you? And even with, let me just pull this back up here. So Brandon, and then this is what I'll do, those like this, and I'm like, okay, let's get more specific. Men of what age? Is it a breakdown because of? Is it stress at work? Is it raising a family? Is it losing your spouse to death or divorce? Is it, or what else? Is it financial? Like, break that down, because then you are going to be that bright orange duck that somebody who's going through exactly what you're going through is going to find you, hear your message, and more importantly, buy from you, because they are going to believe that what you have to offer is going to solve their problem or their pain. If it's just general, they're not going to believe that you have that to offer them. So it's got to be so specific. And again, shitty first drafts, just keep working it and reworking it and reworking it. And you may find it changes over time. As you get clear, you're like, oh, actually, it's over here a little bit more that I want to. And then what was the other one? Just as another example. So Terry, women above 40 who are going through perimenopause. Okay, what part of that do you want to help them with? Right? Which part of perimenopause do you want them to help? Because I'm sure there's lots of symptoms. Which one do you want to help them with? So I'm trying to think of one. So back to the pooping, right? Want to help people improve their nutrition so they can poop regularly is so much more powerful. And I want to help people that with their nutrition, take their health to the next level through nutrition. That's just general, right? There's no emotion behind that. It's not specific enough. And then it could be, I want to help kids that don't poop, to improve their nutrition. Or I want to help moms that are at their wits' end trying to help their kids poop. Same, but very different, right? Who you're targeting to. So see, you can edit that sentence that you just wrote out there to make it a little more. And Brandon says, because it's me, that's amazing. And that's why I say it's usually in our darkest moment that comes from, that we pull this inspiration from. I've been there and I don't want other people to go there, or I want to help people get through that, or somebody did this for me, so I want to pay it forward and help them, or gosh, I wish I'd had that when I was in that situation. So helping dads raise healthy kids through nutrition. So Richard just wrote that. So what kind of dads? Single dads? Young dads? parents, grandparents that are now raising grandchildren because the parents aren't in the thing. And like, what's the problem that you're solving? When you write that sentence out, guys, you should know exactly what the problem is and what you're solving. So Leslie's is 50-plus-year-old women, helping them laugh at this aging process and giving them some tips to maybe try to slow it down. So really specific. So that is relatable. It's like, yes, I want some of that. Somebody in their 30s, they won't even see that. That's not what they're looking at. They're looking for help to help their kids poop. So that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I'll give you an example too. I was talking with a lady today that specializes in social media, and she said social media is so big and so diverse. So even for her as a social media expert, she had to diversify and just pick 3 things that she does really good at. So she's like, I got really good at Reels, I got really good at strategy, and I got really good at reading insights. And so that's what I'm known for. When people come to me, it's because there's 3 things, because there's so many social media strategists out there that I would just get lost and be the yellow duck, as Melissa was saying. So that's what Melissa's trying to get to, is a lot of us have these generic, like, to be healthier, to use nutrition, like, and I'm guilty as that, like, it's been just very generic. And there's, nutrition is all the yellow ducks, right? Healthy is all the yellow ducks, because it's not really bringing me in, but specifically like Leslie's one is bringing me in. I'm her target market. I'm 50. I'm going through lots of change. I can relate to muffin tops and flabby arms and finally starting to trim my nose hairs for the first time in my life. I'm like, what the hell is going on, right? I want to follow somebody that can relate to my pain. I'm going to follow Leslie, right?
There was a TikTok today of a lady. I mean, she was older, so that's what caught our attention. But she made a sandwich and then went and did something else and came back and couldn't remember where she put it. And then the next day, she found it in the bread thing. She had put it away and she pulls it out. Do you think it's still good? So it's just, again, those of you that are young and still have your memory, you won't get that. That's not funny. I think that's freaking hilarious. How many times do I walk into a room? I'm like, why am I here? So it looks that specific, right? So I'm just reading some of the comments. These are awesome. I'm so glad you guys are posting these because it's giving me stuff to work with. So hot flashes. What's the problem with hot flashes? And how are you solving it? Obviously, they don't want hot flashes. Why? Helping women with hot flashes, or helping women reduce hot flashes so that they don't have to bring a change of clothes to work. I knew somebody that had to change twice before they even got to work because their hot flashes were that bad. So really specific, really specific. Authentically leading moms of teens to regain their passion and purpose. Still not specific, but I'm trying to think of what's the pain, I guess, is what, so that somebody, so like when people search on the internet, they put their problem in, right? Weight loss, constipation. So what would be a pain, Alona, that those moms would have?
Like not being worthy or feeling worthy, getting stuck in mom mode, not having anything to do besides worrying about the kids and their crap.
I like stuck in mom mode. Something like that. Something that your target is going to Google, like the real life stuff. There's somebody else I was talking to today. Oh, it's Jen Zerbrigg. I forget what we were saying. But something I'm like, that's it, those words, that's it. That's what your target audience would be looking for. So you want to post the problem that you're able to solve for people. So when they're searching, you come up. And then you use hashtags like that. I've already forgotten. What did we say? Stuck in mom mode? Like maybe that's even a hashtag. Have a look. There is a company that does hashtags. And of course, I can't remember now. I don't have my book with me here to look it up. I did write it down. So what else here? Terry, more energy. Why? Why would they want more energy? What's the problem of not enough energy? Sleeping better. What's the problem of not sleeping better? Sex drive. What's the problem of a low sex drive? Helping women improve their sex drive to improve their relationship with their spouse or something like that. Like, what's the problem? What is the pain in their life? Like, what's the problem they're having? What pain is it causing and how are you solving it? So somebody can say, yes, that's what I'm looking for. So better sex drive, well, more, you need more. Does that make sense? Helping women have experienced the trauma of abuse or homelessness find themselves through community nutrition. Whoa, that is good. I would narrow that down. You've got trauma, abuse, and homelessness, Casey, in there. So I would pick one thing to focus on that's in your statement, but you can be helping all of those things in what you do. So it could be helping women who were homeless before, because obviously it's before, right? It's not now, because and what kind of trauma? Trauma from verbal abuse, from physical abuse, like get really specific. And then again, wording it a bit different with community, like that somebody's got their back, that there's people there for them, something like that, right? Just here's the horrible pain that you're in or what you went through. And then this is what you're giving them to help them with that. Expiring women over 60, how to stay active. Why? What's the pain if they don't stay active? So you can dance at your grandchild's wedding. Something like that, right? So what would be the pain be for somebody that's, so it's not even the staying active. It's what's the pain? And then how are you helping them with that? Helping men over 50 feel energetic. Again, through simple nutrition. So again, what's the pain of no energy? Is it to keep up with your kids? Is it to improve the relationship with your spouse so you can do stuff with them? So pursue your passions? Like low energy is definitely a problem, but it's so general. So again, go back to why are you choosing that? What were you missing out on? What was painful for you in your life when you were low energy? And then think, okay, you're talking about nutrition. What did the nutrition do? It gave me energy so that I was able to do this, all these things that I was missing out on. Like Ashley Tuff, who's on our team, she had such low energy because she had all these health issues. She said, I was missing out on my kids' lives because I was in bed so much because I was tired. I was missing my kids grow up. That's a whole different, more emotional statement than just helping get more energy, right? Because I was missing my kids growing up. I couldn't hang out with them and play with them. Older dads with young kids who get cranky easily. Is that the dads cranky or the kids? So older dads with young kids so get cranky. So again, is it the cranky dads? That's what I'm guessing because they don't have. So why are these older dads cranky? Is it they don't have the energy to keep up with the kids? Is it they don't have the finances to do stuff with them? Is it they aren't inspired as well, so they're just kind of blah, and now they got to deal with these cranky kids? Again, try to figure out, why are they cranky? What is their problem? I guide women 40 plus to live with joy, abundance, self-love, and vitality. That is beautiful, Mai. But what's the problem you're solving? What is their pain that you're helping them? So are they lost? They've lost themselves. So again, every day is Groundhog Day, trying to help women find their passion again so they feel joy every day. Just think of you guys, the last time you were super excited about something, you felt joy and excitement, and you bounced out of bed, you're ready to go after whatever goal it was you're going towards, right? But when we're not working towards something, be it like a specific goal or whatever, we're just kind of, and that's why we say Juice Plus, it's so much more than the product. It's about being part of something that's so much bigger than ourselves, right? It's a global mission that we're all part of. And within that, you need to find, what is your why? Why are you doing this? What's the legacy that this is going to allow you to leave behind? And then you get excited about it. I'm only 31, still have those weird forgetful moments. Good. Not just me. Midlife crisis. Ask what part of it. What part of this midlife crisis? Is it is to stop them from, or they're spending money, they've lost themselves? Like, what part of midlife crisis? Get really specific. And is it men or is it women? Helping women in experience a midlife crisis to what? What are you going to help them do? So when they type in whatever it is, I can't even think of something that like, chances are what they would be doing during a midlife crisis. So that's what they would be searching help for. So you want to be the one that when they search that, ideally your name would come up, is how you want to word this, right? Sam, I help type 1 diabetics in their 20s to 40s struggling to manage their blood sugar, their body weight. Help you take back control so their health. Live their best life. So we just need to take that and shorten it a lot, because obviously we can't put that on your Facebook page, all of that. What's the scariest part of all that, Sam? That's what I would say. What is the scariest part that diabetics, type 1 diabetics, could experience if they don't manage their blood sugar, they don't manage their weight? Yes, they're feeling overwhelmed, but that's not scary. That's just overwhelmed. Diabetes burnout. Like, what's the scariest part of that you're going to help them so that that doesn't happen to them? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
this is
totally.
just like,
I've got a
as
sleeping
I'm going
child,
through
so
this,
just
takes a
nodding
lot
your
of
head.
conversations back and forth, and I freaking love doing this.
Yeah, I have shorter versions. That's like very concrete as to how I do it. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, the other side of it, like, it comes down to living a whole life or living with complications. So I think you nailed it. I have to talk about the complications, because that's the fear of
Right.
like neuropathy and all those things. And I don't talk about it because yeah, you're right.
Is neuropathy the one thing? Maybe that's it. I
There's a
help.
lot.
So
Yeah,
which
like your
one?
eyes, your feet, your circulation, your weight, your hormones being out of whack, and diabetes burnout as a whole. That's the biggest one that diabetics talk about all the time, because you're living with it 24/7. Your mind never stops. So
Right. So
yeah.
what's the fear? What would most people go, like, ask people that don't have diabetes as well as those that do, and just see which one triggers the most people. Oh my God. and that might give you your specific thing you want to focus on. You can help all kinds of things with diabetics, but you're specific that people say, oh my God, that's me, I need that help. And is it the person or is it the parents of, right? Okay, and I love that you put this there. So she says, she's frozen. I'm not though, am I? I don't think so. Sam's frozen. So she says she's struggling because she wants to target specifically type 1 diabetics, but I feel I should focus on all types so I don't miss out on the other 90%. That is so common. I felt that way. I'm gonna say 90% of the people feel that way. We think if we limit ourselves to this smaller target, we are going to miss out on more people. First of all, there's over 7 billion people on the planet. So not to worry. Number 2 is we talked about all the yellow ducks, all the noise out there. You are not going to be found if you have a general message. You need to make it so specific so the person that's typing into the internet, just imagine they're typing in or they're scrolling hashtags on Facebook trying to find a solution, that you show up. Like Jen Pike, for example. She's a nutritionist, among other things. She is the hormone expert. Jen is known for the hormone expert. Can she help you with weight loss? Yes. Can she help you preparing for a fitness competition? Yes. But her message is she's a hormone expert, and that's what people refer to her. She's the hormone expert. She's the hormone expert. So Sam, you could become the diabetes expert to prevent neuropathy, right? That, oh my God, you got to talk to Sam. That's what she talks about all the time. She's the expert there. So you want to become the expert, even if you don't have the education, you're collecting information from all these other thought leaders and experts in that industry. And then you just have all this information. And of course, you're going to learn more. And chances are you've been through that you've got some experience as well, because that's what's inspiring you to want to help those people in that market, right?
The beautiful thing is I have the opposite, the no neuropathy, like I'm living proof that it's doable. So I'm the one that provides hope. So that's what I speak a lot to.
Perfect.
Right? Yeah.
Perfect.
Because a lot of people think it's not doable. So
Hi.
I provide hope.
Hi.
Caregiver burnout. Caregivers of who? Of parents, of children with special needs, of sick spouses, right? It's so specific. Get specific, because those people that are going through the same thing will say, oh my gosh, me too. She's talking to me. Because if it's not specific, they won't believe that you understand. You haven't been through or going through what they're going through. Back both. Dads are cranky due to lack of energy. Kids are cranky because their diet is up the creek. Yeah. So pick one though. You want to help the dads? Because if you do help the dads and they get their energy up and better nutrition, they're the ones making the food and hopefully being the parent and kind of laying down the laws as to what we're eating, and then the kids' behavior changes. And a lot of times cranky kids are because of the cranky parents, right? It's like dogs. Dogs usually, how does it? Dogs have the adult problems, or however that goes. Casey said that to me earlier. What was it? It's not the dogs.
Oh, I said it's not usually humans with dog problems, but dogs with human problems.
Yeah. Let's see here. Template starting. Yes, exactly that. Helping your market to do what? To fix their problem, or inspiring or encouraging, right? Pick a word, what you're doing, or on a mission to. There's on a mission too. Thanks, Nicole. We're like minds. Okay, it's the fourth Wednesday, so I thought we are, Alona, this is the QSC training that we're doing, is helping people do branding. Sorry, I thought I said that at the beginning. Inspiring dads to eat better and feed their kids better so they are not as cranky. Yeah, and again, which dads? Which dads? So yeah, just specific, like more specific about dads. I was just gonna feed their kids. Yeah, something like that. Again, I think I would just focus on the dads, and then that could be one of the little bubbles is happy dads, happy kids, or something like that. Low energy men thrive. So again, what's the pain of these low energy men? What are they missing out on? What is their problem? Inspiring cranky dads. Inspiring tired dads. But again, inspire, like, who are these dads and why are they cranky, or what's their pain from being cranky? And that is all. And it is also 9:30. So this is not easy by any means. It might, and having said that, it might be really easy for some of you because you just have a specific mission that you're on and you just need to word it a little bit or whatever. Or you just fell in love with the Juice Plus products and you're starting to share it. And now we're talking about this and you're like, okay, well, I don't know who I want to share it with. And now you're starting to think about it. It takes time, and you need to make time to start thinking about what group of people do you want to help and what is their problem and how you can solve it. And then really start to daydream and have fun with legacy.
Melissa,
Yep.
what was the thing on Canva that you used? Because I've been working on it while you were talking, and I'm on Facebook cover. Is that the place where I have to do?
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
when I upload mine, it doesn't. It's too big for my Facebook cover for my.
Like your letters are outside the space.
Yeah, it's just I did everything on Canva Facebook cover, and it's not. It doesn't respect the sizing.
Is it me or is it her cutting it?
I'm still here.
Okay, good. I can hear you now. I think it's my internet.
Oops.
It says your bandwidth is low, Melissa.
We are having such issues lately here. Anyways, so yeah, you may just have to, even though it gives you a template this big on Canva, you just have to shrink it down. That's what I did today. I had my name, it got cut off. I just kept pulling it down. I decreased the font, so I just moved it in and just keep trying. Post it on Facebook, see what gets cut off, go back to Canva, edit it again, shrink it. That's what I kept doing. I kept going down, in, until
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nothing magic.
Okay. Thank you so much, Melissa. That was really helpful tonight.